Putting those two names together and jumpstart a host of feelings and memories through Tuscaloosa and Baton Rouge. Moments of frustration, disbelief, and jubilation due to the battles that these two have had. From national championship games to season derailments, this rivalry has had it all, and we've got even more for you today. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see the #2 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll run this play from the pistol. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
Timeout, Alabama.
Let's go! Quick! Double, double! Get ready!
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10 playoff positioning. All the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash.
Breaks into the open. Inside the 30. The tag. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tiger.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Dropping back, it's Manning. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. This series dates back to 1895. One of the odd things, guys, is historically the visiting teams have had a lot of success.
And these fans don't like each other. Matt, you can feel the hate, the hostility. Both programs so talented, recruited at a high level. These teams have even rematched for a national.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
This offense comes out clearly wanting to throw the football. Nothing good on first down with incompletion. And how about this? You've got to protect your quarterback. That is priority number one, and they give up a sack on play two.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. A strike downfield. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They're already down a touchdown early, and the last thing they need to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back to that offense. They'll go for it on 4th down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He lets it fly. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
On the move, it's Durham. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking downfield, it's Murphy. Uncorks it. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Let's go.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads it left. With the catch, it's Anderson. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Gonna look downfield again. They've got the screen set up. Oh, he's got some space. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with 2 points.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Almost a disaster on that return. They jump on it, and they'll maintain possession.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that, and the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
Here comes that Alabama offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. On the run, it's Young. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
Power football with the run. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Grab near the marker. It's Williams. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
Gives it to the back on the draw. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Concepcion. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
First down. He'll take a deep shot here. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
2nd and 10. He'll throw again. Finds the tight end. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the...
Turning it on! Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. DB's right up on the receivers. They go to the ground. And here's the tackle at the line of scrimmage, and that'll send us to the second quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. If this offense had a little extra time to think about it, let's see what they have on third down. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Quick strike complete. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with first and goal because of great third down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of the field and everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder, you still want to be aggressive.
Wants to go up top on first down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's first and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Steps away to find some room. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And that's the hardest part about playing a mobile quarterback. It's not the first play. The first play was a pass. It's the second play where he decides to pull it down, Jesse, becomes a running back, and makes something happen.
You're right, David. That's why so many coaching staffs now are trying to recruit dual-threat athletes at quarterback because of situations just like that. Down in the red zone, nobody open. You're not just going to throw it away and be okay kicking a field goal. You're taking off, and you're going to capitalize with a touchdown.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Toss sweep to the right. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Murphy. Looking left. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide receivers or get to the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable, but you can't let that timing be easy and effortless. Nice job by the defense.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. First one of the day is on its way, and he's been sort of scarce around here, only called on 1 time in that loss last week. Looking everywhere for room to run. run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Looking for space. It's Young. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Here's the pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Hits him in stride inside the 10. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
That is an unbelievable play by the offense. Not only do you convert 3rd down, not only do you convert 3rd and long, but you get an explosive play that now sets you up on the opponent's goal line, 1st and goal. Wow.
He'll wedge it in there on the quarterback sneak. And he tried to punch it in himself, but the defense stands tall on 1st down. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to slam in. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's 4th down. 4th down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
Goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Quarterback down on the run, still looking. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Man, they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes, but 4th and short. Now, decision time, baby.
And they're going to try this on 4th down. They need a full 5 yards to get it into the end zone, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Back to throw, it's Manning. Touchdown tie! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. They'll start this drive with a pass. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He makes the stop, and a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
The Tigers have a lot of options on second and inches. The give to the tailback. Makes one man miss. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might be changing the route. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Runs through the tackle. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up second and inches.
Back to the ground game on the left. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
I think one of the biggest keys in stopping these big physical running backs is you can never let them get momentum running downhill, and I think that was a big factor on that play. They didn't get him right away. He was able to break a tackle, but he couldn't get the speed going, and as a result, he's going backwards. That's a big TFL for the defense.
Caught near the sticks. It's Durham. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, not every explosive play in the passing game needs to be a 70-yard bomb down the field. If you find your running back in the progression, you just get it to him quickly. He's one of the most dangerous guys on the field with the ball in his hands, and he showed you that. Great vision, great speed, phenomenal job after the catch, and it's a big play for the offense in the passing game.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. Back's going for the goal line. And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, LSU!
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ballgame. That was a late game situation. Nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. ball scoots through the back of the end zone. It'll touchback. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Dropping back, it's Manning. Shoots it to the left. Makes the catch, it's Young. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Looking to throw on first down. Dumps it to the back. That's caught. It's Young. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They're looking to throw on second and short. Going to take a shot at this DB. Makes a grab for a big play. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And now a chance to pull even. First and goal as we get late in the first half. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Motion from the wideout. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Back to pass. It's Manning. He's got it on the run. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield, and time is running short. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Alabama! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Every coach in the country talks about finishing half strong. Man, how about that? You get the touchdown, a chance to tie this game up and take all the momentum into halftime.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the 2nd. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. They'll try the left side. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this 2nd half. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Looking downfield, it's Manning. Makes the grab, it's Young. Still running at the 40. There he goes. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
They use the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Leaves it with the running back. Almost had a lot more room there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 36.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. From the gun, running back on the move. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. They'll give it to him again. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
To the air, it's Manning. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Well, that's a phenomenal individual effort getting that sack. What a dominant play. And I'll tell you, playing here at Death Valley, a play like that now is going to get this crowd hyped up. And that's something as an opposing quarterback you do not want. Take it from me, I know it from experience. I remember my true freshman year playing at night here in Death Valley. That was the first time in my life I understood what the term hostile environment meant. This place is scary when the crowd gets involved, and that sack right there is going to light them up.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
They'll immediately call timeout. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Quarterback may change this route. Now they'll run it on the toss. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Murphy. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Trying to beat him to the left. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, picks on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting them get outside, making the big tackle.
Back to pass. Fires left. All by himself. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44.
It's a really nice looking throw. This dude is a weapon in this offense at the quarterback position. It's so funny, I think back to guys like Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron, guys that may or may not have unfairly been tabbed as game managers. And then you think of Jalen Hurts, Tua, and Bryce Young in recent years, and just how dynamic and versatile these guys were at the position and how they've really helped take this offense to the next level. Watching this guy reminds me a little bit of that.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll run it to the right. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Tide trying to convert on 3rd down as we start the 4th. Scanning the field, it's Manning. Caught near the sticks, it's Concepcion. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. press. They want to be physical here. They'll leave it with him. On the move at the 30. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. Got it inside the 15. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. Toss sweep, trying to get it outside to the right. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
It's always fun to watch offensive creativity in the red zone. Like, how are you going to get some space for your guy? They try the toss, get him out wide, maybe get him some space. The defense was ready. Nice job falling forward, getting at least a little bit on the play.
Give to the running back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Dropping back, it's Manning. Snags it. Oh, and he thought he had a chance to house it, but the defense tackles him at the 3.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Tries again to get it in. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal, that's a win if you're on defense.
3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. From the gun, wants to pass. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Bama! They move on top here in the 4th. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Lining up for the PAT. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking to throw, it's Murphy. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. Fires and picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Here comes that Alabama offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Lets it fly. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Dura. He'll make his way out of bounds. Nice pickup, and more importantly, he gets the clock stopped. The Tigers moving quickly to the line. Right back to him on the ground. Got the first down and more. He's got room. All out of space. He's
job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
And he needs this one for the tie, and he's got it. We're locked up in the fourth. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Maybe some nerves on that return, but a fortunate bounce, and they'll retain possession.
Whew, that's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense? Getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball again.
Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. Here's the handoff. Finding open areas. That'll be a beneficial run as he creates some breathing room and gets it up to the 13-yard line.
And they try to sneak the run in there, but immediately you got to call a timeout. You got to stop the clock. Then you can get organized, go to the sidelines, still have 1 left after that. You realize you got to get points, but now you get to get your quarterback over here and get in his ear a little bit.
Leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, we hear so much about aggressiveness. Interesting spot. You're on your side of the field. It's a tie game. The clock ticks out. It's not the worst thing in the world, but we can't make a mistake in this situation.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it to the 25 before he's brought down. Timeout on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we come down the gut of the game. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Looking for a gap. It's Watson. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And man, with that run, I think it kind of handcuffs you. I think you want to save that last time out when you need it for your field goal unit or whatever that looks like. Running the football there and then keeping that clock ticking. I don't necessarily love that call.
Caught close to the marker. It's Watson. He'll go out of bounds, and that'll stop the clock. 21 seconds remaining here. It'll be 1st down.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's Manning. He tries to take the top off. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
And those are the plays that you worry about as a defensive coordinator, man. Not getting beat over the top, but not just by any guy, but by a guy that can fly. And they've been worried about it all game long. Their game plan has been steered toward that, and right here they execute at a really good level. Make sure they don't let them get behind them, and they knock the football to the ground.
Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game.
Timeout, Alabama.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. They'll go empty. 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 15. Looking to fire. The short hands. It's Concepcion. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Alabama pushing the tempo. Looking downfield on first down. Fires toward the end zone. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. To the air, it's Manning. He'll take another shot here. It's incomplete, and the clock strikes 0, and we are headed to overtime. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions, probably maybe 1 possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They take the lead here in overtime.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Back to throw, it's Murphy. Fires to the wideout. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Durham. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Got his man to the left. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Man, tight ends used to line up on the ball and block or release for a couple different routes. Now, you're putting them out wide. You're putting them like this right here in the slot. You're asking them to run corner routes in man-to-man coverage and go win. The tight end position has evolved big time over the years.
To keep their chances alive in overtime. Making side adjustments here. get there to move the sticks. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding